EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the start of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today, it's live final round coverage of the Northeast Invitational.
Tom Weiskopf was one of my idols growing up. I loved the way he swung. That swing right there reminds me of my idol.
It looks like Rory McIlroy, Frank, sticking the follow-through. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
That's well played. Now a good look at birdie.
Really. This is that awkward length.
Oh, yeah, birdie, Frank, and another shot closer.
Sniffing in the right direction.
Time to make a move, the closing stretch here at number 16, par 3, 241 yards.
This is way left going left.
And that one's going to be in the rough, it looks like.
Well, Mr. Ball does not meet Mr. Fairway. It's off, rough. Oh, that was solid, Rich. This one's safely on.
Settles in over the putt. No damage done, made the par. 17th hole is another par 5 over 600 yards. You get a terrific view of Juniata Crossway Bridge just ahead. And Frank, if you jump over that bridge, you can get a dynamite lobster roll at Nielsen's Lobster Shack. I don't know if you've ever had it.
Oh,
but
it's one of the best.
It just adds to sort of the charm of this area. But what a hole this is.
S-shaped par 5. You see it bending to the right off the tee, and then the hole starts to go the other way. Magnificent view of the bridge you're just referring to. Reachable for the longest hitters, but once again, avoid the bunkers, and they're all down the right side. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Very respectable approach shot, and a good spot. 18-footer.
Now, as they say, 300-yard drive, one shot. Miss a short one, also one shot.
That's painful. And with that, birdie moves into second place. Frank, as we arrive here at 18, I'm thinking about what we so often hear up here in New England. You can't get there from here, or can you at this par 4 finishing hole?
Long and straight.
That's how you do it. He has just hammered this drive here at the 18th, and now he is in a really good position to make a birdie here in the final hole.
Oh, nice strike, Rich. Not quite directly in line with the flag.
Just drifting a bit to the right, but he'll settle. That will be a great look at birdie. Shouldn't be a problem here. Racking them and stacking them. That's 12 under par now for the tournament. So another tournament in the books, Frank, and what'd you make of this one?
Quality venue once again, Rich. The standard of courses we're seeing is excellent, and consequently it's enabling the players to really play some great golf. So I think golf's the winner today.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the second leg of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today it's live opening round coverage of the Deutsche Bank Championship. Frank, like all TPC golf courses, TPC Boston has the fan in mind. So you see those mounds throughout the golf course that gives people a chance to just sit, relax, and watch some golf. And there's a nice shady spot on the hill behind the 11.
Yeah, that's just before the...
This is all over it. Oh, dude, he just made an ace. Now at the 461-yard par 4-12, how do you play it, Frank?
Well, hit two of your best here. Somehow find the fairway, and then you take anything on the green here. You see a lot of sixes here over the years.
Nothing to argue about there, right in the fairway. Second shot, good look at the green. Appears to be what they call a commercial play, very solid. Just a beautiful approach shot. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. You get the sense now with that birdie that our young star, so explosive, is setting himself up for a big weekend run. 13th hole is where the action is right now. Let's take you there. As we catch up with our featured golfer, Frank, really putting together a solid round.
An important stretch of holes coming.
Excellent drive, Frank, right where you want to be. They'll need to get all of this one. 200 yards, the second shot.
Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
I mean, really on top of his game right now. That was a splendid approach shot. Getting set now over the putt. That was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
No, sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Just a couple of feet. In for par, and will sit tight at 4 under. Frank, the 14th, a shortish 495-yard hole.
Only because it's downhill. If you can get that ball running down the fairway, then it certainly sets up a good second shot into this stout par 4.
Well, this one's sweet, Frank.
Super.
We knew it right away. Picked up the tee, didn't even look at it. We can see it. It's perfect. Right down the middle of the fairway. Well, you can hear it right off the center of the club face. This has a chance to be close. Big swing right there, and a great result. And now a chance for a big swing in momentum with an eagle coming up. What an opportunity. A putt for eagle. Close to 6 under par for the tournament. What a display of golf. Well, Frank, round 1 in the books. Look who's on top of the leaderboard.
And that's with some strong play today. They don't really need to look back. Strong play heading into the second round tomorrow.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the second leg of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today it's live second round coverage of the Deutsche Bank Championship. Frank, that's as good as I have seen all day long.
I think we've got to blame that on the weather. That weather, the wind had to help that ball give it another 20, 30 yards. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Speed wasn't bad on that long putt, but the read wasn't very good. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt.
That was cruel. That looked like it was certainly going in.
Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Frank, that bogey really hurts. Frank, you just love the variety of holes here at TPC Boston. Now we get to the 7th. It's a 600-yard par 5.
It looks straight away, but the problem is if you don't hit a good tee shot, then you really have to be aware of that cross bunker. That is one place you don't want to go with your second shot.
Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Well, those are good numbers right there. 320, 320 yards. Just crushed it in the fairway. is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
And another green in regulation. So a tester from 4 feet. Oh yeah, birdie, Frank, and another shot closer.
Sniffing in the right direction.
Hole number 8 now, 213 yards in length, a par 3. And Frank, what can we expect?
Really narrow at the front of this green. A lot of mounding. Ball normally kicks towards the left. One place you don't want to go, though, is that left bunker. The bunker shot's all downhill from there.
Frank, you like his chances to walk away with a par here?
Well, with a good shot, Rich, yeah, that's certainly on the cards in that. And you think you just write a par down at the end of the hole. Don't tell anyone about it. It certainly won't affect the scorecard at the end of the day. So that's the goal right here.
Frank, how does that par help his cause?
It certainly doesn't hurt it.
Frank, I don't know about you, but I love a good hot dog and a soda at the turn. Of course, it tastes a lot better after you've made par. How difficult is that proposition here at the 9th?
Well, if you stray with your tee shot here, you'll be making hamburgers, that's for sure.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Frank, here at the 9th, what are most players trying to do?
Well, you really have to be aware of that bunker. That's about 25 yards short of the green. If you finish up there, that's one of the hardest shots in golf, the long bunker shot. So you've got to carry that, even if you want to run the ball onto this green.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here. Oh, that was solid, Rich. This one's safely on.
Settles in over the putt. Well, you can see the golfer is just boiling right now after that miss. And a drop shot here at the 9th. This to avoid a huge number. This is for bogey. Frank, they didn't have any openings at EA Sports Basketball because, I mean, this is just brutal to watch. Getting set to start the back 9. We're on the tee at the 10th. Frank?
No fairway bunkers here to worry about, but a little left or a little right, and you'll find the hazard. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Frank, the FedEx Cup playoffs have become so big, so important, and TPC Boston hosting one of those playoff events.
And a chance to get some momentum, too. You've just come off Barclays, so if you can start to string together a couple of good weeks in a row, you'll more than guarantee a start at the Tour Championship.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Now this for birdie, came away with par in the previous round. Yeah, that's a good putt right there. From that distance, he'll settle. In for par. Well, Frank, this is a tasty par 3. 231 yards. The 11th is all you want.
Yeah, there's a mound in the middle of the screen. You can use that, so you can either pitch the ball into that, let it roll back towards the flag, or even if the flag's on the back, you make 3 here, just walk straight away to the 12th.
Early part of this back 9 and a good approach shot. Now we'll have this for birdie.
It's no snack, though.
So close. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knocking him for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect. It's going to hurt the course.
Seems to really have the touch today. Frank, right where you want to be at the midway point of the tournament.
Yeah, you know your game's solid. The focus is more on the leader and that you can just go out and play. Excellent position to be in.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the second leg of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the Deutsche Bank Championship. Nice drive, right in the fairway, and a good swing on that one. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot. Bogey here yesterday, chance to better that today. And with that birdie, moving into the top 5 on the leaderboard.
And we're starting to notice the name.
Frank, now a big par 5, the 7th hole.
Yeah, there's an interesting feature on this par 5. About 100 yards short of the green is that huge cross bunker. So a good tee shot, that shouldn't be a problem. Stray a little, and then your mind is definitely on that.
Can't ask for much more here at the 7th. He has hit a good one. Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. Oh, looked like he caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much.
In the thick stuff.
Thick? It's brutal out there.
And setting up here in the rough. And from the rough, he manages to not only make the green, but get within easy striking distance of the hole. Birdie putt coming up. Had a bogey on this hole yesterday. Good birdie right there, moving to third place on the leaderboard. Now to the par 3 8th, and Frank, what's the best way to go here?
Hit your best, and then you're looking at making 2.
On the green, and looking at a birdie opportunity.
This is an awkward length.
Come on, don't do that.
Cruel lip out.
So just a formality here. Did the job right there. Frank, I love a hot dog and a soda at the turn. How hard is it to take a giant bite out of this 9th hole? Looks tough.
It is. Everything sort of bends where those 2 bunkers are, and they're sort of 350 yards to get past that. And there's an annoying little bunker that's about 30 yards short of this green. So you have to be precise with both the first and the second shot.
That's an absolute tracer right there. In the fairway and well over 320 yards. stuck the follow-through right there. This could be really good. How'd you like that strike?
That was top of the tree.
Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie.
In a very aggressive mode with that birdie now in second place.
Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
In the fairway here at the 10th, nice way to start off the back nine. Second shot, good look at the green. This is a good-looking shot. Early part of this second nine, a good approach shot. Now, pretty good chance for birdie. Different day, different hole. Made bogey yesterday. He'll do better this time, it looks like. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
It's a very makeable putt here. He is currently 5 under for his round. Makes a par, but that will not hold the position on the leaderboard.
A lot of aggressive golf going on right now.
Now to the 11th hole here at TPC Boston, 231-yard par 3.
Have you got the shot? Are you good enough?
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Getting set now over the putt. That was a nice birdie, and no doubt he's feeling pretty good about his position on this leaderboard.
A series of good holes in a row has got him to this point.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the second leg of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today, it's live final round coverage of the Deutsche Bank Championship. Frank, after a couple of par fours where you just sort of let it go with the driver, different strategy here at the 15th?
Yeah, you don't want to get carried away here. This is one where just a nice smooth swing, get that ball in the fairway. And that second shot, you've got to carry that false front. Oh, it's fine.
Vijay Singh, Charlie Hoffman, and Big Henrik Stenson, they all have one thing in common. They all tied for the low tournament score at TPC Boston, 22 under.
And they're all good. Yeah, this is a golf course that obviously gives in to the longer hitters. And if there's just a little bit of sting taken out of the greens, then these long hitters have a huge advantage.
That's an outstanding shot right there, and it sets up a really good look at birdie. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Par here's fine, isn't it, Frank? Frank, here at the 16th, you really see this sort of New England character, don't you?
Yeah, that stone wall now protects that sort of two-tiered green, and it sort of showcases the golf course. It just fits in beautifully with what Hans and Faxon have done to the golf course.
Frank has missed the green here in regulation, but still hasn't missed the chance to make the par.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if he's got this shot in his toolbox coming up. That birdie has to feel even better, Rich, with everything so tight at the top.
Right in the middle of a Donnybrook at this point. Frank, the 17th here at TPC Boston underwent quite a radical change.
Yeah, that renovation and that redesign that they did, it changed the character of the hole, but they still kept that big mound in the middle of the green. So that second shot is still punishing if you misjudge it.
And players nursing a lead, they might want to think about playing it safe down the right side, but if you're trying to make up some ground, you could try to fly the church pews that divide the fairway into two sections, and that would give you a nice short wedge in.
Yeah, give you a short wedge in, but really the risk, is it worth it? Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Birdie try up next. Now this for birdie came away with par in the previous round. How does that not go in?
Amazing. Stroke looked good, line looked good, just did not take that final break.
And getting ready for the putt.
Another good par.
Frank, the 18th here at TPC Boston, for whatever reason, generates quite a bit of buzz, doesn't it?
It does. The longer hitters, obviously, they lick their chops. They're having a chance to make this green in two. But if you find one of the fairway bunkers, the addition of that pot bunker for the layup, that just makes that decision that much more difficult.
Good tee shot right in the short grass. And from the fairway for his second shot here. Well, Frank, obviously way too much club there.
You got to think something like that, or at least misread the wind. This is never going to sit down.
Now his third, staring right at the green. Safely aboard. Just 5 feet left.
Rich, that just adds insult to injury to the rest of the field. Another birdie, and the gap even wider.
And sensational performance.